today's having a very, very special event at the Peninsula School of Art. It's a community benefit event. It's called the Soup Project. And hello, this is Dennis Connolly, your Den at the Door, and we're here with Laddie Chapman, our producer and program director from Sevastopol Public Access TV. We're at the Peninsula Art School on Highway F, just outside of Fish Creek. Today is February 5th, 2011, and it's a very special day. We're here at the art school. This place is a gift to Door County. It's such a special place. It was a place that was initiated in 1965 by a Madeline Tortolo, who was a famed artist, and she wished to share her passion for art and benefit others by the expression of art by helping to create this incredible place, the Peninsula School of Art. There were many preceding efforts to form art colonies, predominantly from professors and artists from the University of Chicago and those areas, but from artists from all over the United States and the world have come to the beauty of Door County to capture its beauty and share their artful expression with others. The Peninsula Art School is a place where you and I and people of all ages can come and enjoy the expression of art. We can share the learning of art and the appreciation of art and share each other's experiences. They employ fine artists and teachers from around the United States. People come here of all ages and abilities to learn to express themselves and grow and enhance and perhaps sometimes even escape. This is a great place to escape to, the Peninsula School of Art in Fish Creek. Tomorrow, as we know, is a very special day for all of America. It's our Super Bowl. Now, there are other bowls, the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl. This is the Soup Bowl, and it's in Fish Creek at the Peninsula School of Art. Let's go a little closer in and take a look. Briefly, we're here as we proceed at a beautiful set of buildings that houses the action part of the Peninsula School of Art, the Gunzel Gallery, which is this octagonal barn-esque structure. But don't be fooled, inside there's no barn remnants whatsoever. Instead, it's a vibrant place to experience art in many forms, and they're constantly looking for new ways to help the community and visitors and guests to learn about themselves and relationship with art and appreciate the art done by many people. This gallery is an octagonal shape. It houses the studios for learning the visual arts and a metal fabricating area, a beautiful state-of-the-art pottery area, many open art studios, meeting rooms, offices, and the central gallery, which we will see as part of this Soup project, is a given beautiful meeting place for those interested in community events, those interested in art, those interested in learning, or just coming together. This Soup project going on today is is a development that has been going on here for 5 years. This is the 5th year. It is organized by the Peninsula School of Art for mostly the benefit of the community. Generally speaking, what has occurred, the people here have reached out to the community and have brought supplies to several sites throughout the county so that children and adults and families can interrelate and make soup bowls. These soup bowls are then decorated under the direction of the directors here of Cinnamon Rossman and Jacqueline Shapansky, brought back here, glazed, and they're for sale for the local people. The proceeds of this event will be shared with Feed My People, Clothe My People, a wonderful social welfare project out of Sturgeon Bay that benefits those less fortunate here in Door County, and also for the school student outreach program here at Peninsula School of Art. The program is going on. We are having several restaurants and individuals donating soups that will be purchased and enjoyed by community members and visitors. Let's proceed and go inside and take a look at how this is all developing. And here we are in the Gunzel Gallery, this beautiful octagonal pseudo-barn structure that's utilized for the Peninsula School of Art for its many exhibits. And we're here with Cinnamon Rossman. And how are you today, Cinnamon?
I'm doing very well.
Just a little frazzled, perhaps, at the opening of this event?
No, we're
not
way
in the
ahead of
least.
schedule.
You're doing great. Tell me how you got involved with the soup project and its many avenues of benefit.
Well, I used to live in Milwaukee, and I was at a soup event that they held there for several years, and it was enormous and huge event. And then when I came to work at Peninsula School of Art, they had done something on a very small scale. And so we picked up the project and breathed new life into it and made it even bigger than it had been.
The breath of life and the spice of life, cinnamon and cinnamon. Which of these soups do you think would go best with cinnamon?
Let's see. I'm going to go for the apple cider butternut squash. I think that
complex
would be good.
textures and flavors, and well described. Now, tell me your particular involvement. I know there are many stages to putting this together, and I've been witnessing your activity and been sitting back in amazement with the amount of organization and the levels of organization. So tell us, as briefly as you can, all the steps and how you got the community involved and how you benefit the community.
Well, my main role as the Director of Community Programs and Events is coordinating with the schools to plan the days that we make the soup bowls. I also coordinate volunteer teachers to help teach students how to make bowls. I coordinate all of the volunteers for the day of the event, and I work with Feed My People to make sure that we're on the same page for marketing and all of the event details. And how it benefits the local community directly. The money that we earn from the project, half of it stays here, and we use it for the Children's Outreach Program, and the other half of it is going to be used to stock up the pantry with fresh produce and dairy for Feed My People.
Wonderful, and that itself is a community outreach social benefit program that has been put together on a voluntary basis here in Door County and has grown, and it benefits and touches so many families.
There is an overwhelming need in Door County, and it can be really surprising, I think, to residents in Northern Door how much need there is, because a lot of the need is in Southern Door, and we don't see it directly. So
your soup project actually has touched families, has touched organizations. Kids and families get together and make these bowls. You help fire them. It's centralized here. You've been running back and forth with clay and end product. You centralize them here. You have your coordinated restaurants and good soup chefs lined up over on the other side. And people are going to warm themselves and sustain themselves with this fine soup and sustain the community in even a greater way as well.
That's a good summary, Dennis.
I've been thinking about it. So what else would you like to tell us about this year's soup project, and perhaps changes you may already thinking of making or developing for the next years so we can anticipate this?
Well, every year we try to make a few changes to make the bowls themselves better, and I think that we've hit on a really good clay type and a really good glaze, so we've got the best, most colorful bowls we've ever had. For the next year, I want to look to making more interesting bowls, possibly some thematic kind of changes, but nothing is in stone yet.
Or in clay, for that matter.
That's right.
Wonderful. So, Cinnamon Rossman, we thank you very much for all your effort and your work and how you benefit the community and the Peninsula School of Art here in Fish Creek. A wonderful day, a wonderful event, and many, many thanks to you.
Thank you.
Steve Stanger.
Steve, welcome. And Steve, how are you connected with the art school or Feed My People?
I'm connected with the art school. I've taken a number of courses here. I moved up to Door County about a little less than 2 years ago, and I've decided to spend a lot of time volunteering in my retirement at the art school. And this is
wonderful. We're glad you're here. And so tell me about your function in this particular room. This seems to be the central collecting area.
I'm the prep chef. I make sure that when they run out of soup in the gallery, that there's plenty of soups back here hot and ready to go.
An essential part of the process. Without you, none of us could enjoy the soup.
Indeed, that's true.
It wouldn't happen. You're the important cog in the wheel for sure.
As all sous chefs are.
Yes. We've been doing this a number of years. I think the original idea came from the art school, and we're fortunate at Feed and Clothe My People that the need we try to serve is a need that everyone likes to help with, so it's often that organizations will try to dovetail with us with the events they have, and this was one of those
total win-win.
situations.
About how many families in Door County do you think your Feed My People, Clothe My People organization benefits?
Well, of course it varies with the situation, but certainly there is no decrease in the need today. and that's evidenced in many areas. In particular, you'll notice that the free and reduced lunch populations are increasing at public schools, and certainly the economic downturn has done nothing but increase the need throughout all communities. We probably averaged this last year about 80 families a month that we provide food to, food pantries to. Additionally, we provide clothing to those in need, and others. We have a supply of other goods should there be, for example, fire victims, a ready supply of items in case those are needed. But food and clothing are our main priorities.
It's a marvelous organization. Your function is can be appreciated by the whole community because it benefits all residents and all people within the community. We appreciate what you're doing here today, and thank you very much. Carry on with the good work, please, Kate. Here with another important person in the whole development of this soup project. We're here with Jacqueline Shapansky, and Jacqueline, it's so good to be with you again.
Good to be with you, Dennis.
Yes, and so tell me your function in this soup project, and we know you were working hand in hand with Cinnamon through this whole project. What other aspects did you handle for the benefit of this?
Sure. Well, you probably already know, Cinnamon and I went around to local schools and worked with clay with the local kids. So we made bowls at schools. Then we brought all of the bowls back here. They went through a bisque fire as well as a glazing firing. And then all of those students came back and did all of this wonderful art, as you can see, for the We Love Art exhibition. So they made a bowl, donated that, and then got to come for a field trip to make some art.
So this was part of the community outreach that you were speaking of.
Right.
Yeah, and as I come to the art school periodically, I do see school buses and vans coming up with students on various projects. How many outreach type projects do you have per year, Jacqueline?
We have a number of outreach projects. We have free family art days that take place the third Saturday every month from October through May during the school year. And that's a way that families can drop by with their kids and they can make art together. We have this outreach project, the Soup, which encompasses local schools and family art days. And we do the We Love Art exhibition.
What other community can we think of, and I've lived in a number, that has this much of an intimate relationship between a fine art school such as this and community organizations and schools? I've never been anywhere like this.
I really like Door County because we have such a vibrant and active arts community, and because people participate in the arts, I think it's really a special community that we live in.
So this particular art project done within the art outreach program, I see figures of various sorts on the walls, faces implanted, some Picasso-esque sort of faces, and other visual arts, stick art. How did this evolve?
Well, this year's theme for We Love Art encompasses voice and vision. So the voice and vision celebrates identity and self-expression and self-esteem with local kids. So you can see we have figures, we have little stick interpretations that children did of themselves, we have printmaking opportunities, and we had local volunteers come in and help us teach these projects for field trips.
So I know one of those principal volunteers is Jane Moeller, and she's been very, very instrumental in helping at various schools and here, and with an art background, and all of you with an art background, enhances our community through the development of that portion of the individual which helps to appreciate and then express themselves in a more artful way.
Yes, we're very thankful for all of our volunteers, and as a nonprofit, we really rely on those personal resources that people can contribute.
Marvelous job you're doing, Jacqueline. Always a pleasure speaking with you. Anything else to share with the community as far as the future of the Soup Bowl project?
I would just like to thank all of the people that participated this year and all the restaurants and volunteers that helped to make this a really successful event for both Peninsula School of Art and Feed My People.
Well, I think it speaks so well of the Peninsula School of Art that they're able to draw the hearts and the good meaning of so many volunteers and their talents and bring it all together, and you sharing those talents to benefit the community in so many ways. Thank you.
Thank you, Dennis.
We're with Kathy Hoke Gonzalez, and Kathy, you are the
Executive Director, yes.
Executive Director of the Peninsula School of Art. And a mighty fine job that you do here, Kathy, with all the various functions, hats, coordinations that you're very capable in accomplishing.
Well, thank you very much. It's a fun job, but a lot of work. Absolutely. Absolutely.
And it seems to go in so many phases during the year with all the various projects and programs that you run.
You know, we do have kind of a calendar of programming. We really focus on our workshop programs in the summertime where we serve about 1,200 students, and then as we go into the school year, the typical school year, September through May, we really focus on community programs and working with local schools and local community groups. So there is a flow to our year, but it's very different. You know?
It's great when a place that is such an epitome, such a phoenix of fineness reaches out to the schools in the area, to the students, to the families in the area, and they don't have to depend on their own talents for the development of art and appreciation of art. You're such a great facility.
Well, one of the things I think we recognize is the fact that we are still a rural area and our schools are small, and unlike kids in an urban area who have access to a lot of museums and public art, kids in Door County have less access to that. Actually, Door and Kewaunee County have less access to that, and so we think we can fill that void by providing some of those programs that they may not have access to.
You do it remarkably well. Can you tell me something about some of the other programs that you hold here in the school, and some of the other beneficial things that you provide for those who come to the Peninsula School of Art?
Well, specifically for the local community, on the third Saturday of each month during the school year, we do Family Art Days. They are free and open to the public from 10 until 2. Those programs usually have art projects based on the theme that's in the gallery exhibit, so they get art education from the standpoint of national and regional artists in the gallery, and then they get to create their own art. Those programs have great supplies, and they're supported by the Target Foundation, and they're free and open.
My goodness. And so many classes that people come here to enhance themselves, enrich themselves, grow, learn, share. You have all the visual arts, basically.
Yeah, our workshop program has really grown. We have about 150 workshops scheduled for the summer of 2011. Our faculty comes from all over the country. Every visual arts media, from printmaking and painting and drawing to digital photography to sculpture and ceramics and metal arts. So there's really something for everybody and at every level. I know that some people are intimidated by walking into a place called an art school, but there is something for everybody.
Well, I personally know that shouldn't be the case. It's an enriching place. It's a welcoming place. Both the warmth and the quality is realized by everyone who comes through those doors.
We hope so. I mean, I think that the people that do make that trek up the walkway and come in the first time will find that they'll keep coming back because...
And tell us a little bit about your summer program, the plein air. That's another very big program that you hold here at the Peninsula School of Art.
Yeah, that program is also in its 5th year. It brings 40 artists, actually internationally this year. We have our first European and Canadian artists participating this year. Those, again, have free events associated with it. You can watch artists paint, you can attend ticketed events, and you can take a piece of Door County on canvas home with you. So
Amen.
It's a great event.
On it goes and on it goes here at the Peninsula School of Art in Fish Creek, Wisconsin. We're here with Kathy Hoke Gonzalez, the director, and we thank you so much for all you do for us in the community, what you're doing today, and how you've remarkably managed this whole project.
Well, thank you, Dennis, so much for coming out today.
Thanks.
Thank you.
got bread, of course, from the Door County Bakery, the famous Corsican bread. We have bread from Bruce Foster's congregation up in Ellison Bay.
So Pete, who decided that you should be the responsible man with the knife? I'm just wondering.
That's a scary thing, but 4 years ago I was given the knife, and they just keep asking me back.
I'm having the New England clam.
Wonderful day for that. And we're here with some of the beneficiaries of this bowl event. And your names, please?
Gloria Doherty from Ellison Bay.
How are you doing, Gloria?
Ron Clemitis.
Ron?
And I'm Lynn Olson from Ellison Bay.
How do you do? Well, welcome to this event, and we see you're enjoying yourself. What kind of soup did you choose today, and why?
I chose a very delicious apple cider butternut squash soup because I made it.
And you, sir?
I had Bloody Mary soup.
And somebody's really enjoying soup over there. And what kind did you get, dear? Whoop.
Corn chowder.
Today is a wonderful day to be in Door County and at the Peninsula School of Art here in Fish Creek. You can see that this event called Soup, the Soup Bowl Project, is highly successful, satisfying many people's needs and desires of helping other people, concomitantly helping the food pantries in Door County, people enjoying the great creativity of these bowl projects, the beautiful soup. And before, we really didn't know what connection that clay and soup could have together, but now we know that here at the Peninsula School of Art, clay and soup combine to create something greater and more beautiful than the two substances themselves. And let's just all hope that the other great Clay Matthews, continues this tradition of helping the Packers win the Super Bowl tomorrow. Memorable time. This is Dennis Connolly and Laddie Chapman from the Peninsula Art School and the Soup Project. A great success, a wonderful day. Thank you.